Imagine pulling into a parking lot and plugging your car into a charger while grabbing a coffee, knowing that by the time you finish your drink, you've added enough miles to handle the rest of your day. Imagine a vehicle that isn't just a piece of technology, but a friendly, dependable companion that makes the transition to electric driving almost seamless. That's the promise and the delivery of the 2025 Chevrolet Bolt EV. This is Chevrolet's answer to the growing demand for electric mobility that is both practical and affordable, and while it may not shout for attention with exotic styling or six-figure price tags, it has quietly become one of the most well-rounded EVs on the market. The first thing you notice about the 2025 Bolt EV is its size, and that's not a bad thing. It's compact, yes, but not cramped. Chevrolet has struck a balance between being city-friendly and still offering enough space for passengers and cargo. On the outside, the updated design keeps the familiar Bolt identity but with a sharper, cleaner look. The front fascia now wears a sleeker, more aerodynamic face with slim LED headlamps that stretch outward like focused eyes. There's a subtle sculpting along the sides, breaking up what could have been a plain surface into something with more character. At the back, the LED taillights are slimmer and more modern, and the overall stance is slightly sportier than before. It is not trying to look like a concept car, it is trying to look like your car, and that's part of its charm. Step inside, and the Bolt greets you with a cabin that has evolved significantly from its earlier versions. Chevrolet clearly listened to feedback, improving material quality and rethinking ergonomics. The dashboard is now less cluttered, allowing the 10.2-inch central infotainment screen to shine. This display is crisp, responsive, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. No more fumbling with cables. Below it, the climate controls remain as physical buttons, a thoughtful nod to drivers who prefer tactile feedback over touch-screen-only setups. The seats are comfortable for long drives with good bolstering and support, and the higher seating position offers a confident view of the road without feeling like you re-perched awkwardly. One of the Bolt EV's biggest surprises is space. For a compact hatchback, the rear legroom is generous enough for adult passengers, and the flat floor thanks to the EVE platform means even the middle seat isn't an afterthought. The cargo area is practical too, with a wide opening and rear seats that fold almost flat. This makes the Bolt as adept at hauling groceries as it is at carrying weekend getaway luggage. But let's get to what makes an electric car truly compelling: performance. Beneath the floor lies a 65 kWh lithium-ion battery pack that powers a single electric motor driving the front wheels. Output is rated at around 200 horsepower and 266 pounds-ft of torque. On paper, that might seem modest compared to some of the headline-grabbing EVs out there, but here's the reality: electric torque is instant. There's no waiting for a transmission to downshift, no lag, no hesitation. The Bolt launches from a stop with a smooth surge of acceleration that feels effortless in city driving. The 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint comes in just over 6.5 seconds, which means merging onto highways or overtaking slower traffic is handled with quiet confidence. That quiet, by the way, is another part of the Bolt experience. With no engine noise, the cabin remains serene, letting you enjoy music or conversation without raising your voice. Road and wind noise are well controlled for a car in this class, a testament to Chevrolet's refinement efforts. The low center of gravity, thanks to the battery placement, gives the Bolt a planted feel in corners, and the steering, while not sports car sharp, is precise enough to make maneuvering through city streets a breeze. Range anxiety. The Bolt laughs in its face. On a full charge, the 2025 model delivers an estimated 270 miles of range, putting it well within the comfort zone for daily commutes, errands, and even moderate road trips. The regenerative braking system extends that range further, especially if you engage one-pedal driving mode. In this mode, simply lifting off the accelerator slows the car significantly, recovering energy and sending it back into the battery. It's intuitive after a few minutes of practice, and many drivers find they rarely need to touch the brake pedal in everyday traffic. When it's time to recharge, the Bolt offers flexibility. Using DC fast charging, you can add up to 100 miles of range in about 30 minutes, perfect for quick stops on a road trip. At home, a level-to charger will take the battery from empty to full in roughly 7 hours, meaning overnight charging is more than enough for most drivers. And if you're in a pinch, even a regular household outlet can add meaningful range, though at a much slower pace. Safety has also been a focus for Chevrolet in 2025. The Bolt now comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, a bundle that includes forward collision alert, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, following distance indicator, and IntelliBeam automatic high beams. Optional features like adaptive cruise control add an extra layer of convenience, particularly on long highway stretches. And because the Bolt is built on an EVE platform, the battery's position adds structural rigidity and lowers the risk of rollover, contributing to strong safety ratings. Another noteworthy feature is the Bolt's connected services. Through the My Chevrolet mobile app, you can check battery status, precondition the cabin on hot or cold days, find nearby charging stations, and even lock or unlock the car remotely. These little touches turn the Bolt from just a car into part of a daily ecosystem, integrating smoothly with the way you live and drive. Now, let's talk about one of the Bolt's biggest selling points: its value. In an age where many EVs still carry premium price tags, the Bolt remains one of the most affordable long-range electric vehicles you can buy. Even with its upgraded features for 2025, it stays firmly in reach for buyers who want to go electric without going broke. This accessibility is huge because it means the Bolt isn't just for early adopters, it's for anyone ready to make the jump to an EVE. Driving the Bolt EVE is an exercise in simplicity. You don't think about gear shifts, you don't think about engine warm-up, you don't think about refueling schedules. You just drive, and that's where it shines, in being easy to live with, yet rewarding enough to make every trip enjoyable. You could be running late for work, making a grocery run, or heading out of town, and the Bolt adapts without fuss. Of course, no car is perfect. The Bolt EVE still faces challenges. Charging infrastructure, while improving, can vary depending on where you live, and for those who crave all-wheel drive or high towing capacity, this isn't the right choice. But for its intended purpose, efficient, clean, daily driving, it's remarkably well executed. In many ways, the 2025 Chevrolet Bolt EVE is a quiet revolution. It doesn't rely on outrageous horsepower figures or radical design gimmicks to stand out. Instead, it focuses on what matters to real people: range, comfort, safety, price, and ease of use. And that's why it might just be one of the smartest EVE buys of the year. Because the future of electric driving isn't just about the dream of clean mobility, it's about making that dream easy to own, easy to drive, and easy to love. The 2025 Bolt EVE does all three, proving that the shift to electric doesn't have to be a leap into the unknown. Sometimes it's simply the next step in the right direction.